Have you dug the spill of Sugar Hill? Cast your gims on this sepia thrill. Brown sugar lassie, caramel treat, honey gold baby, sweet enough to eat. Peach skin girly, coffee and cream, chocolate darling, out of a dream. Walnut tinted, a cocoa brown, pomegranate lipped, pride of the town. Langston Hughes, deaf poet. Let's get it going.
I got a story to tell. Ideas kiss similes so deeply.
Deaf poetry.
Your existence is fractionally status quo. I just got my wings.
And I was searching.
My people's in the house.
Drop the empty pursuit of props.
Pharmaceutical schemes. Somebody's got to hear my story.
Give it up, give it up.
Russell Simmons presents Deaf Poetry. Poetry.
Ladies and gentlemen, your host from the planet of Brooklyn, Mos Def.
What up, what up, what up? What's up, New York? I said, what's up, New York? Where Queens at? Where the boogie down at? Where Uptown at? Where Jersey at? Where Brooklyn at? That was just 3 motherfuckers. Thank y'all for coming out. The first Deaf Poets. Tonight, you're gonna hear from a lot of different people from a lot of different places. People tend to think that there's only one type of poet, only one type of style, but tonight you're gonna hear from all different races, genders, perspectives, and they all unite about one thing, and that's the power of the word. So is y'all ready? Yeah. Is y'all ready for some poetry, motherfuckers? Our first poet is 1998 Slam champion. Please give it up for Steve Coleman.
I want to hear a poem. I want to learn something I didn't know. I want to say yes at the end because I'm sick of saying so. I want to hear a poem about who you are and what you think and why you slam, not a poem about me and my poem because I know who I am. I want to hear a love poem, a sad poem, and I hate my dad poem, a dream poem, and I'm not what I seem poem, and I need poem, and I also bleed poem, and I'm alone poem, and I can't find my home poem. I just want to hear a poem. I want to hear a poem about revolution, about fists raised high and hips twisting in a rumble like a Roomba. I want to follow the footsteps of Che and hear the truth about the day the CIA killed Lumumba. I want to hear a poem about struggle so that when I open my mouth I can step outside myself. I want to listen to no less than the sounds of protest in the factories where workers sweat and make Air Jordans and Pro Keds, because if you want to take shots at people, target Phil Knight and Bill Gates. Contemplate how they own the products and they got the goods, how they act like they care but they're just Robin Hoods. And because every second matters, I want to hear long poems and short poems about time and its limits, because it took less than 3 minutes to attack Abner Louima, to frame Assata Shakur and destroy Hiroshima, to kill Eleanor Bumpers and Anthony Baez, to gun down Malcolm with bullets they bought from the feds. I want to hear a poem where ideas kiss similes so deeply that metaphors get jealous. Where the subject matters so much that adjectives start holding pronoun rallies at City Hall. Because I want to hear a poem that attacks the status quo, that attracts the claps of the cats with the fattest flows, that makes the crowd pass the hat and pack my cap with a stack of dough. I want to hear a poem that makes this audience yell, ho! Because I want to guess your favorite color, then craft rhyme schemes out of thin air. I want to hear a poem about why the statute of limitations for rape is only 5 years. I want to hear a poem. I want to feel a poem. I want to taste a poem. Give me your spot on the mic if you want to waste a poem. I want to hear a poem.
From Atlanta, Georgia. Georgia me.
Fool, figure potential. A fat girl's blues. Out of money, looking for a snack. Then I see little Debbie's face on a pack. Smiling, enticing me, inviting me to have a taste. With haste, I race to the destruction of my waist. As the sugar sets in, so does the disgust I feel, wishing I had the power of will, or hoping someone would kill this gluttonous monster which rules my eyes, which is bigger than my stomach, so we fill my belly with pies and cakes, byproducts, additives, and other shit. It's hard for me to quit. Sweet salt, quick hit. My diet includes fried everything, all kinds of pork. People asking if I've been visited by the stork. See, it's look at the sin to be fat without children or a medical condition. So it leaves a girl fishing for an excuse to stop the abuse. I endure every day, in every way, through ridicule and personal shame, unwanted attention and fame from the group of young men who holler big draws. As I pass by, I start to cry. The wind dries my eye. But nothing can heal the scar left on my esteem. Praying this ordeal is a dream, better yet a nightmare, for it's too hard to bear this constant scare. As my reality, a complete disregard for humanity, not seen as humane, more like insane or having no self-control. She can't even pass up a jelly roll. Not seen as beautiful, look at the folds and gut, the shade like thighs and out of shape, but not seen as strong, she can't go long, she'll be down before the end of the song. My personal demons are hard by themselves, comparisons to pigs, elephants, and whales. You might look at me and see lazy and weak, giving no second thought that before you, an angel may speak. You can't see the beauty besides the pretty face. You don't see the warmth of my heart, which provides a safe place or a home where not only love roams, for myself and others where the light has not been shown. See, I realize I'm more than a body. I have a spirit and mind, which through divine knowledge told me it's about time for me to love who I am and decline those devils who try to steal my joy. I'm conquering my foes like Helen of Troy, and with this same spirit, I'll make the world hear it. Love who you are. Be the best that you can be. Your spirit will soar. The whole world will see your strength, your beauty, and your heart. The ignorance of others won't pierce like a dart. Let those who worship aesthetics live a pathetic life. No substance, no feeling, self-afflicted strife. If they can't see the beauty of my soul, I know I'm beautiful in the eyes that God beholds. Now see, I know at times I'll get knocked down or even doubt my ability. But I'll look in the mirror and say, I'm wonderful with humility. Now, we're supposed to respect everyone with different choices, beliefs, and hues, but who gives a damn about a fat girl's blues? Full figure potential, y'all.
City. Please give a warm good poetry welcome to Vanessa Hidary.
Baruch Atah Adonai. Viva Puerto Rico Haolam. Hamotzi, fight the power. Main Haaretz. Amen. Rotis, mofongo, collard greens and kimchi, gefilte fish, bacalao, fried catfish, all for me. Yeah, I eat it all because I'm culturally greedy. By any means necessary, the Warsaw Ghetto, the boogie down Bronx. No justice, no peace. Dayenu, Boricuas. Too black, too strong. Why is this night different from all other nights? Kristallnacht, the LA riots, Elian. I am the culture bandit. I eat matzah in Harlem. I was thrown out of Hebrew school because I spent Rosh Hashanah at the Puerto Rican Day Parade. I can make cornrows in your hair and bake a damn good rugelach at the same time. I'm white on the outside, but I'm a festive fruit platter on the inside. I have no trouble getting a cab to stop at my hail, but I have trouble convincing them that, yes, I said 112th and Lenox Ave, and step on that gas, I might add. For I have my girls waiting for me. We're starting a group called the Ghetto Spice Girls. And I'm White Pepper. No, not from the ghetto, but rather from Who Gives a Fuck Street. You see, unlike a country club, my friends don't ask me for my membership ID. And I slip in and out of cultures like a slithering eel. And I slip in and out of cultures like a thief in the night. They try to pin down my arms and stick a gun to my head. They try to make me tell them who I really am. And I tell them I'm the chameleon. I flow different shades of blood, and I'm a linguist of the heart, an interpreter of heart languages of different voices and grooves. I'm the master of musical chairs, play with different textures of hair, and I slip in and out of cultures like a thief and La Noche. People sit uneasy when I walk with a mate of another tint, and I just tell them God just poured in a little more food coloring. Some people think more is less. I say more is more, less is less. Breath comes from your mouth and these boots were made for walking. Catch me if you can, but I'm the culture bandit ready to strike at any function. From the Hamptons to Harlem, I come with the cloak of me. And my heart has tubes running wildly through it. And there's a tape recorder in my ass that says, you can't understand. You can't understand. So stop trying. Because I'm not an A, B, C, D. A 1 + 2 = 3. I don't win Olympic medals. I don't save trees. I don't do surgery. Hell, I don't even feed pigeons. I am the culture bandit. I slip in and out of different worlds, feed my soul with a hot dish of diversity a la king, dripping with the richest gravy you have ever tasted. Shalom. Adios. Peace.
From Brooklyn, Lenox.
Y'all don't know I'm a prison type motherfucker, you know. So my shit is like that, you know. All right, so this is my peoples in jail who taught me how to read and write poetry, all right? This one's for Etheridge Knight. While white America sings about the unsinkable Molly Brown, tell me who was hustling the Titanic when that shit went down. I sing to thee of Sean, the stoker, who was hip enough to flee the fucking ship and let the white folks drown with screams on their lips. Jumped his black ass into the dark sea, Sean did. Broke free from the straining steel. I sing to thee of Sean and how the millionaire banker stood on the deck and pulled from his pocket $1 million check, screaming, Sean, Sean, save poor me, and I'll give you all the money a black boy needs. And how Sean looked at the money and then at the sea and said, jump in, motherfucker, and swim like me. And Sean swam on. Sean swam on. And how the banker's daughter ran naked on the deck with her pink tits trembling and her pants around her neck, screaming, Sean, Sean, save poor me, and I'll give you all the pussy a black boy needs. And how Sean said, now pussy's good, and that's no jive, but you got to swim, not fuck, to stay alive. And Sean swam on. Sean swam on. And how Sean passed the preacher, floating on a board, saying, save me, Sean, in the name of the Lord. And how the preacher grabbed Sean's arm and broke his stroke. And how Sean pulled out a shank and cut the preacher's throat. And Sean swam on. Sean swam on. And when the news hit the shore that the Titanic had sunk, Sean was up in Harlem, damn near drunk.
It was tight. That was real tight. Anyway, next sister coming up has definitely been an inspiration to all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege and my honor to introduce this teacher, this lecturer, this author, this mother, and this hero, Nikki Giovanni.
Talk to me, poem, I'm all alone. Nobody understands what I'm saying. Have you been in jail, poem? A lot of poems go to jail, like a lot of women who get tired of no good men. Do no good poems beat up on people? Do no good poems say I'm sorry the next day? I know poems are lost because they're always being found. They're on wanted posters, milk bottles, and lonesome guitars in the night looking for a poem to take home. I know poems get neglected just like doo-wop singing on the back porch and deacons opening church with leaning on the everlasting arms. People forgot what got them over, what saved them. What are your plans, poem? Give it up. I hear you're a rap star now, going for the Grammy and the gold. Everybody's singing your praises. Do you ever miss your home? The sign on I-81 North says shoulders are for emergency only. Ride me, poem. I think I've got the blues.
In Philadelphia, Black Ice.
Now see, I ain't no player hater, but I'll hate a player if you push me. See, nigga, while you stand there using all your heart trying to look the part with your cold, still eyes, nigga, you don't realize you just pussy for sale. Now, see, I would call you female, but you too frail. While she held queen, I mean, your existence is fractionally vaginal. Like the slits of the whores you use to suit your feeble needs. You know saturated soil and faulty fertilizer. Sure, your future seeds will be just like you, pussy, for sale. On corner auction blocks, lost flocks of brethren, now invested in by this America with stocks of cocaine. Temporary monetary gain in exchange for eternal pain. While the stain of your false reality remains an ever-imprinted actuality on your kids and in your kids, as they too have to suffer with you through the bids. Just kids. Try not to let those lonely echoes bother. Knowing that father does not answer when they holler due to his undying infatuation with a dollar. Has been street scholar, now sees his toilets through glass. And as the years pass, they grow fast and begin to understand. Damn. Dad didn't have to go away from us because he didn't love us, just that he wasn't no real fucking man. I'd be like, oh damn, that's that cat that changed his name from David to Ayatollah. High roller, Motorola soldier, Tech 9 under his polar ass nigga. Don't know his future or past nigga, but that fast trigger got this die-cast 40-ounce swigger thinking his shit is bigger than mine. Nigga, it's not surprising to find that your state of mind got you parking that $63,000 Lexus Flex right outside your mother's hard-earned $22,000 duplex. You know, the one right next to the projects where pseudo-elated, coke game created, crime-related manhood got you ass out, nigga. Getting high till you pass out, nigga. Quick way up, fast way out, nigga. How you figure your shit is bigger than mine? Man, I tell you, these fucked up times and hardcore rhymes got you throwing up gang signs and claiming coats or shades of color with shameless boasts of emotionless lovers that gazed upon that ice that cluttered that pendant of that religion you do not follow. Your faith has evaporated and made your soul hollow. Childhood dreams turned pharmaceutical schemes got you fucking with triple beams. Cap peeling, robbing, and stealing for a piece of this fucked up American pie ass nigga. Ready to die ass nigga, fly ass nigga. Sit you in a cell, you probably cry ass nigga. How the fuck you figure your shit is bigger than mine? I see you, diamond blinking, Cuban linking, and full-length minking, all strung out on disillusional thinking. And as the government subsidizes these laboratory high-rises with new chemical surprises, you continue to hide your true self behind movie gangster disguises, oblivious to what life's true prize is, equating stupidity with the length you think your dick size is. The truth in your eyes is falsified, fabricated, while you sit and wait for your fate to be debated by juries and judges who've held over 450 years worth of grudges. Nigga, get back, sit back and rediscover how to be an honest father, loyal lover, righteous brother, and not just another motherfucking...
From Brooklyn, Zuhair Hamad.
I want to read this piece tonight for my brothers, Samih and Omar Hamad. It is a revision of first writing since. There have been no words, no poetry in ashes south of Canal, no prose in trucks driving debris and DNA. Evident out my window in abstract reality, sky where once was steel, smoke where once was flesh. Please, God, let it be a mistake, the pilot's heart, the plane's engine. God, please, Don't let it be anyone who looks like my brothers. I don't know how bad a life has to break in order to kill. I've never been so hungry that I willed hunger. Never so angry as to want a gun over a pen. Not really. Even as a woman, a Palestinian, never this broken. Ricardo on radio said in his accent thick as yucca, I will feel so much better when the first bombs drop over there. A woman crying in a car parked and stranded and hurt, I offered comfort, a hand she did not see before she said, we're gonna burn them so bad. My hand went to my head, and my head to the dead Iraqi children, the dead in Nicaragua, in Rwanda, who vied with fake sport wrestling for America's attention. People saying this was bound to happen, let's not forget U.S. transgressions. Hold up, I live here. These are my friends and fam, me in those buildings, and we're not bad people. Do not support America's bullying. Can I just have half a second to feel bad? Thank you, woman, who saw me drinking cool and blinking tears, opened her arms before she asked, do you want a hug? Big white woman, and her embrace only people with flesh can offer. My brothers in the Navy, I said, and we're Arabs. Wow, you got double trouble. Word. One more person asked me if I knew the hijackers. One more motherfucker asked me what navy my brother is in. One more person assumed no Arabs or Muslims were killed. Assume they know me, or that I represent a people, or that a people represent an evil, or that evil is as simple as a flag and words on a page. We did not vilify white men when McVeigh bombed Oklahoma. Give out his family's address or church, or blame the Bible or Pat fucking Robertson. Networks air footage of Palestinians dancing in the street. No apology that hungry children are bribed with sweets that turn their teeth brown. Correspondents edit images. Archives facilitate lazy journalism. And when we talk about holy books, hooded men, and death, why never mention the KKK? If there are any people on earth who understand how New York is feeling right now, they are in the West Bank and the Gaza Strip. Bush has waged war on a man once openly funded by the CIA. I've read too many books to believe what I'm told. I don't give a fuck about bin Laden. His vision of the world don't represent me or those I love. But I've signed petitions for years to out the US-sponsored Taliban. Shit is complicated, and I don't know what to think. But I know who will pay. Women, mostly colored and poor, will have to bury children, support themselves through grief. In America, it will be those amongst us who refuse blanket attacks on the shivering, who work towards social justice and opposing hateful policies. Either you are with us or with the terrorists, meaning keep your people under control and resistance censored, meaning we got the loot and the nukes. Never felt less American and more Brooklyn than these days. These stars and stripes represent the dead as citizens first, not family, not lovers. My skin is real thin, my eyes are darker, the future holds little light. My baby brother is a man now, on alert, praying 5 times a day. The orders he will take are righteous and not weigh his soul down from the afterlife. Both my brothers, my heart stops, not a beat disturbs my fear. Muslim, gentle men, born in Brooklyn, and their faces are of the Arab man, all eyelashes and nose and beautiful color and stubborn hair. What will their lives be like now? Over there is over here. Across the river, burning rubber and limbs. Rescuers traumatized. Skyline brought back to human size, no longer taunting gods. I cried when I saw those buildings collapse on themselves like a broken heart. I have never owned pain that needs to spread like that. There is no poetry in this. Causes and effects, symbols and ideologies, mad conspiracy here. Information we'll never know. There is death here and promises of more. There is life here. Anyone hearing this is breathing, maybe hurting, but breathing for sure. If there is any light to come, it will shine from the eyes of those who look for peace and justice after the rubble and rhetoric are cleared and the phoenix has risen. Affirm life, affirm life. We got to carry each other now. You are either with life or against it. Affirm life.
Give it up for Suhair, y'all. It's always good to see people from anywhere, like poets, musicians, painters, to be able to articulate a lot of what a lot of people are feeling, you know? How many of y'all are familiar with John Edgar Wideman? He's one of my favorite writers, and I'm gonna quote a little something from him that he wrote about night. And he said, night changes things. You can't see exactly how, but you can feel it in your bones. Spaces open up which haven't been there before. You know that night's different, and you guess at why, and you wonder why, but you understand that you'll never understand, because the night is about things changing. The other fact about night is that it doesn't last, it's temporary. And like all good things, it must come to an end. I want to thank all of y'all for coming out. I want to thank all of the poets that's touched stage here tonight. And of course, before we go, I definitely got to give it up to the man that made all of this possible, Russell Simmons.
Thank you for sharing this night. Thank you. God bless you. Good night.
What is love? 'Tis not hereafter. Present mirth hath present laughter. What's to come is still unsure. In delay there lies no plenty. Come kiss me, sweet and 20. Use of stuff will not endure. William Shakespeare, deaf poet. Let's get it going.
I got a story to tell. Ideas kiss similes so deeply.
Deaf poetry.
Your existence is fractionally status quo. I just got my wings.
And I was searching.
My people's in the house.
Drop the empty pursuit of props.
Pharmaceutical schemes. Somebody's got to hear my story.
Give it up, give it up.
Russell Simmons presents Deaf Poetry. Poetry.
Ladies and gentlemen, your host from the planet of Brooklyn, Mos Def.
What's up, New York? What's the deal? Welcome to Deaf Poets, y'all. Thanks for coming out. Thelonious Monk had a song called Ugly Beauty. What is ugly beauty? Ugly beauty is the truth when you needed to hear it most and wanted to hear it the least. Some of the words you hear tonight will not be pretty, but they will all be beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Deaf Poets. I want you to put your hands together, give a warm round of applause. Very good poet representing NYC. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Taylor Molly.
He says the problem with teachers is what's a kid gonna learn from someone who decided that his best option in life is to become a teacher? He reminds the other dinner guests that, you know, it's true what they say about teachers. Those who can, do. And those who can't, teach. I decide to bite my tongue instead of his. And resist the urge to remind the other dinner guests that it's also true what they say about lawyers. Because we're eating, after all, and this is supposed to be polite conversation. I mean, you're a teacher, Taylor. Come on, be honest. What do you make? And I wish he hadn't done that. Asked me to be honest. Because you see, I have this little policy about honesty and ass-kicking, which is, if you ask for it, then I have to let you have it. You want to know what I make? I make kids work harder than they ever thought they could. I can make a C+ feel like a Congressional Medal of Honor, and I can make an A- feel like a slap in the face. How dare you waste my time with anything less than your very best? You want to know what I make? I make kids sit through 40 minutes of study hall in absolute silence. No, you may not work in groups. No, you cannot ask me a question, so put your hand down. Why won't I let you go to the bathroom? Because you're bored, and you don't really have to go, do you? I make parents tremble in fear when I call home at around dinner time. Hi, this is Mr. Molly. I hope I haven't called it a bad time. I just wanted to talk to you about something that your son said today. He said, leave the kid alone. I still cry sometimes, don't you? And it was the noblest act of courage that I have ever seen. I make parents see their children for who they are and who they can be. You want to know what I make? I make kids wonder. I make them question. I make them criticize. I make them apologize and mean it. I make them write. And then I make them read. I make them spell definitely beautiful, definitely beautiful, definitely beautiful over and over and over again, until they will never misspell either one of those words again. I make them show all their work in math class and then hide it on their final drafts in English. I make them realize that if you've got this, then you follow this. And if somebody ever tries to judge you based on what you make, you give them this. Here, let me break it down for you so you know what I say is true. Let me break it down for you so you know what I say is true. Teachers make a goddamn difference. Now what about you? Thank you.
From Philadelphia, Yellow Wave.
Listen, asshole. My words were meant to be mentioned in meticulous, mellifluous manner. You mispronounce manhandling, fucks it all up. My meanings are misused to miscommunication, misconstrued to misinterpret, misspoken, mistake. Motherfucker, it makes me mad.
Asshole, listen, asshole. Stop trying to guess what I am. Stop trying to tell me what I'm not. I was born in Seoul, which makes me Korean. These slightly slanted eyes ain't just for seeing. Bitch, I see right through you. You expert on me with your fake Asian tattoo. You expert on me with your Tai Bo and Kung Fu. So what, you try to dim sum and dead sum on the menu.
So what, you a fan of Lucy Liu. So what, you read the Joy Luck Club too.
That makes you an expert on how I should look? Fuck you. What the fuck do you know about being Asian? I'm about to put you in your place, son. What do you know about napalm and Saigon? About Hiroshima and Nagasaki? About Gandhi? What do you know about demilitarized zones and no-gun re? About My Lai and the military? What do you know about the killing fields and signs that wield no Chinese or dogs allowed? What do you know about comfort women and geisha girls? About colonization all over the Asia world? What do you know about the Great Wall? I can school you on each and all, motherfucker. I'm about to get raw.
You picked the wrong Asian woman to mess with.
You picked the wrong Asian woman to mess with because my tongue is split. It is forked and steel-tipped, and it will puncture and bleed you. And if you don't know, now you know, asshole.
Listen, don't ask me what I'm saying in my native tongue. You want to know so badly, go learn it yourself. 20 years it took me to perfect the language my mother's and her mother spoke. 20 seconds it took you to ask what my sister and I spoke about. If I said I wasn't talking to you, why don't you stop bothering me all up in my business? How dare you step to me, invade my privacy, waste my time to ask if I'm able to relay you the contents in my conversation? What nonsense is this? Do I look like your private translator? Nosy motherfucker, you probably thought dialogue centered around you and you just wanted to make sure. Is that because you're paranoid and insecure, or just jealous because my tongue's got more skills than yours? So you want to learn how to say I love you and hello. Why you need to know? You think of me as some Asian hoe ready to turn around at your calls of, hey baby, annyeonghaseyo, annyeonghaseyo. Or, ni hao ma, I love you, China doll. Please, your shit doesn't impress me at all because my words were meant to be mentioned in meticulous and mellifluous manner, yet your mispronouncing, manhandling mouth fucks it all up. My meaning's misused for miscommunication, misconstrued to a misinterpreted, misspoken, mistake. Motherfucker, it makes me mad, so you better have listened, asshole, and listen well. Don't talk to me anymore, don't fuck with me anymore, because I am done talking to you.
All right, coming up next, with over 23 million albums sold. It's a lot of damn albums. Damn, that's a lot of albums. Shit. I know she be looking like, damn, 23 million? God bless him. With 23 million albums sold worldwide, our next guest coming to the stage is aptly named. She's a singer, a poet, and author with her 4th album in stores now called The Way. Please give a warm round of applause to Homer, Alaska native, Jewel.
Hey. I'm not used to standing up here without a guitar, so I'm a little bit like... Y'all want a love poem, or do you want a poem about alone, fear, depression, desperation, hope, and grace? Love poem? Love poem? All right, here it goes. This is a love poem, all right. You sure? All right. I'd like to call you my wild horse and feed you silver sage. I'd like to paint my poems with desert-tongued clay across your back and ride you savagely as the sweet and southern wind through a green and wild Kentucky. I'd like to make you my secret sun, blazing dark and red in the orchards, and I would steal away to watch the way your silver belly bends and bows beneath me. I'd make you my wings in the foothills of Montana, my lover in the oceans of the world. I'd make you my calico children and scatter you across the green memories of home. I'd be your hungry valley and sow your golden fields of wheat in my womb. Thank you.
From Plainfield, New Jersey, Flo Mental.
This joint gonna go out to all my Brick City North cats and all my P-Funk Plainfield cats. I'm that used condom under the bed that your mate found. I'm that last breath you take before you drown. I'm that raised manhole cover that give you blowouts. I'm that pothole in the hood that the city know about. They call me drama. I'm that safety on a Glock that determines life or death. I'm like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, fuck it, just call me stressed. I'm that last surviving sperm about to go head on with that egg. I'm the one that raped that monkey to start the AIDS plague. They call me drama. I'm that wooden baton when you get your ass beat by the cops. I'm that MPV to stick up kids, jump out of the rob the spots. I'm that sweat trickling down your cheek like in Who Shot Ya. I'm that quarter-pound of weed under your seat when the cops stop ya. They call me drama. I'm that breathalyzer test that tests alcoholics. I'm that piece of shit that come back after you flush the toilet. I'm that shit you take before you learn you ran out of tissue. I'm that cum stain on blouses left by government officials. They call me drama. I'm that cold turkey when you got a dope dependency. I'm that bottle of pills when you got suicidal tendencies. I'm that bet you made when your dumbass knew you ain't have no money. I'm that roach crawling across your TV screen every time you got company. They call me drama. I'm that hole in your sock when you try on new sneakers. I'm that run in your pantyhose when women want to be public speakers. I'm that slippery lane when chicks think they too cute to bowl. I'm that telephone pole when young car thieves lose control. They call me drama. I was that dingy shirt collar infested with Jerry curl drip. I was that toilet bowl you sat on masturbating when your little sister walked in. I was that closet your best friend came out of state and he was gay. I was the red spot on them blue jeans when your little girls forgot it was the 28th day. They call me drama. I'm that piss you take after the 3rd day of being burnt. I'm them dingy thongs when women want to wear them short-ass skirts. I'm that government cheese that didn't melt in the baked macaroni. I'm that 10-year binge you did all because you didn't rat on your homie. They call me drama. I'm that Long Island iced tea that got you that DWI charge. I'm that slipping transmission in bank robbers' getaway cars. I'm that club on the curb watching the car thieves spin out stealing it. I'm the reason New Jersey is not a Geico Insurance affiliate. They call me drama. I'm that 7-year-old when your point was 6 in a game of craps. I'm that burning sensation your girl gave you. Oh, fuck it, just call me the claps. I'm that 300-pound freak talking about, come on, baby, let me get on top of you. I'm the one you said was your cousin all the time. You know I was your creeping partner. They call me drama. I was that peanut butter and jelly sandwich after school when there wasn't shit else to eat. I was them dingy skid mark shit stains in them Fruit of the Loom white briefs. I was some sock shit put on your hands when you couldn't afford gloves. I was them bubbles that rolled up your back every time you farted in a tub. They call me.
You know that you're large when people who don't know what you do know your name. And even those people who have never read poetry know our next guest's name. Her words uplift, they inform, and they certainly have moved many people to action. In the true sense of the word, she's a poet's poet. I can't really say enough about it, so I'm gonna just shut up about it and bring out Dr. Sonia Sanchez.
I'd like to read a poem that I did for a sister who took her child to a crack house and left her child. Poem for some women, I'm all right, I say I'm all right. What you're looking at, I say I'm all right. Doing okay, I'm still writing, producing on the radio. Who I fooling? I'm a little ill now, just got a little Jones habit. Took my 7-year-old to the crack house with me on Thursday. Beautiful girl, prettiest little girl her mama done ever seen. Took her so she understand why I late sometimes with her breakfast, dinner, bedtime meetings, bedtime love. Wanted her to know how hard it is for me, you know, a single woman out here on her own, you know. So I took her to the crack house where this man, this dog, this former friend of mine lived, wouldn't give me no crack, no action. Even when I opened my thighs to give him some again for the umpteenth time, he said no, all the while looking at my baby, my pretty little baby, and he said, I want her, I need a virgin. Your pussy's too loose. You had so much traffic up your pussy, you could park a truck up there and still have room for something else. And he laughed, this long laugh, and I looked at him and the stuff he was holding in his hand, you know, I couldn't remember my baby's name. He held the stuff out to me and I couldn't remember her birthday. I couldn't remember my daughter's face, and I cried as I walked out that door.
What's her name? Pudding-Tang. Ask me again, I'll tell you the same thing. Couldn't even hear her screaming my name as she tore into her pretty little panties. Prettiest little girl you done ever seen. Prettiest little mama's baby you done ever seen. Bought my baby this pretty little leather jacket off the street when I went to pick her up on Sunday. 7 days later, walked right up to the house, opened the door, saw her sitting on the floor. She said, Mama, where you been? Mama, I called for you. Mama, 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 they hurt me something back. I want to go home, Mama. Mama's little baby loves shortening, shortening. Mama's little baby loves shortening bread. Put on the jacket, put on the jacket. Mama's little baby loves shortening bread. When we got home, she wouldn't talk to me. She just sat and stared, wouldn't watch the TV when I turned it on. When we got home, she just stared at me with her eyes. Dog-like, just sat and looked at me with her eyes till I had to get out of there, you know. My baby ran away from home last week. My sweet little shortening bread ran away from home last night, and I dreamed she was dead. Dreamed she was surrounded by panthers who tossed her back and forth, nibbling and biting and tearing her up. My little shortening bread ran away from home last week. Peekaboo, 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 I see you and you and you and you.
From Los Angeles, by way of Lower East Side, Sheehan.
I want to love like me thinking of you, thinking of me, thinking of you type love, or me telling my friends more than I've ever admitted to myself about how I feel about you type love, or hating how jealous you are, but loving how much you want me all to yourself type love, or seeing how your first name just sounds so good next to my last name, and shit, I wanted to see how far I could get without calling you, and I barely made it out of my garage. See, I want a love that makes me wait until she falls asleep, then wonder if she's dreaming about us being in love type love, or who loves the other more, or what she's doing at this exact moment, or slow dancing in the middle of our apartment to the music of our hearts, closing my eyes and imagining how a love good could just hurt so much when she's not there, and shit, I love not knowing where this love is headed type love. And check this, I want to place those little post-it notes all around the house so she never forgets how much I love her type love, then not have enough ink in my pen to write all there is to love about her type love, and hope I make her feel as good as she makes me feel. And I want to deal with my friends making fun of me the way I made fun of them when they went through the same kind of love type love. Only difference is, this is one of those real love type loves. And just like in high school, I want to spend hours on the phone not saying shit, and then fall asleep, and then wake up with her right next to me, and smell her all up in my covers type love. And I want to try counting the ways I love her, then lose count in the middle just so I have to start all over again. And I want to celebrate one of those 1 month anniversaries, even though they ain't really anniversaries, but doing it just because it makes her happy type love. And check this. I want to fall in love with the melody the phone plays when the number's dialed into it type love, then talk to you until I lose my breath. She leaves me breathless, but with the expanding of my lungs, I inhale all of her back into me. I want a love that makes me need to change my cell phone calling plan to something that allows me to talk to her longer, because in all honesty, I want to avoid one of them high cell phone bill type loves. And I want a love that makes me regret how small my hands are. I mean, the lines of my palms don't give me enough time to love you as long as I'd like to type love. And I want a love that makes me stutter just thinking about how strong this love is type love. And I want a love that makes me want to cut off all my hair. Well, maybe not all of the hair. Maybe like I cut the split ends and trim my mustache, but it would still be a symbol of how strong my love is for her. And check this. I kind of feel comfortable now, so I even be fantasizing about walking out on a green light, just dying to get hit by a car, just so I could lose my memory, get transported to some third world country just to get treated, and somehow meet up again with you so I can fall in love with you in a different language and see if it still feels the same type love. I want a love that's as unexplainable as she is, but I'm married, so she's gonna be the one I share this love with. Thank you.
Kalamazoo, Michigan. Dawn Sailor.
When I was 14, I got down on my knees because he said I would if I loved him. And what did I know then when I first betrayed my body? Sold it for a kiss and a smile, taught to please at any cost, left to fight for independence in the back seats of cars on stained leather interior, dank with the smell of expectations. I traded integrity for security and called it love. Leaving pieces of an empty shell falling behind, my mother patting my head and saying, "What happened to that nice boy you were dating?" While I pushed memories farther down, buried beneath piercing sunlight, dreamed my night would come to save, and prayed scraping already skinned knees while I cried myself to sleep. So I bit the apple in confusion, abandoned my innocence beneath the tree of knowledge, and became as bitter as the fruit I couldn't refuse. Time and again, giving in, giving up, waiting, always wanting something more than pickup lines, promising more than promiscuity, clothing myself in false hopes, enclosing my weariness in frail arms for years. Cars turning into bars with one lamp and piles of discarded clothing, and I heard myself say no over and over, but he didn't hear me, wouldn't listen when he called me a whore, pinned me down, and took the only innocence I had left. And I was searching still for purity, lurking in hidden corners, hips swinging, lips pouting, trading in shattered innocence for bared and brazen offerings I learned how to control. And 3 years of vengeance passed while I was that woman despised, while they begged for plastic perfection found in the temptation inches from their faces. I could feel the longing, the lies when they said, "You're so beautiful." And it wasn't enough. And so he loved music more than me, loved work more than me, loved money more than me, loved her more than me, and I loved him more than me. And I gave in to where I thought love hid, to the times I thought it was real. We give in to what men want. We paint ourselves with what we think are colors of the rainbow when we're really cloaked in hips and lips, the brutal realities that leave us grasping tatters of the illusions of love and longing and the shattered shreds of innocence until we wear our own colors and part the curtains we've draped over our mirrors in mourning and look ourselves in the eye and say, "With you, I feel like Isis, and I am beautiful."
From New York City, K.O.
I am that identifiable soul that can't find its way home. That was afraid of the dark and scared to be alone. I couldn't enunciate my R's. I swung on monkey bars. I daydreamed of stars and owning property on Mars. I am a member of that group that created his own slang. Some say I do my thing, but I be doing my thing. Some call me top-notch because I play skelly and hopscotch, and I just discovered manhood by holding my crotch. I'm the first one to start a rumor that her fetus had a tumor. I'm that #1 consumer to wear Adidas and suede Pumas. Check my sneakers, yo. I'm that one that stood on the corner drinking for the hell of it. Teasing teens because they're virgins, but since birth I've been celibate. I used to pop and do the wops. It's the invention of breakdancing. Flat-chested women I used to be romancing. And as I drunk my 40, I leaned to the side to look sporty. And everybody I knew was named Yo Shorty. Yo Shorty. Who am I? I created whirlwinds out of women, tear egos off their limbs. Still have time to bust a rhyme and sing Christian hymns. I gave Columbus a tour for he didn't have a clue. I taught the art of war to a man named Sun Tzu. The Romans tried to capture me and I saw them bear arms. Then I perplexed them permanently by pushing pyramids out my palms. King Tut couldn't handle this. And here's something for the funnies. I wrapped pharaohs into bandages and had them crying for their mummies. Upon my arrival they called me a disciple. I drunk from King James' cup and spat words from the Bible. Since creation I concoct equations for fun. All persuasion said, how amazing is that raisin in the sun? So to ask me who I am, you must believe in fiction. To imagine what can't be fathomed has to be your addiction. They pin me from arm to arm and plan my crucifixion, but I am the bearer of eternal life. They can't cause me no affliction. Traveling through time and space with grace beyond man's jurisdiction. With the letters L-I-O-N on my throat is an inscription. So if anyone comes through that door and asks for my description, tell them I'm a dark-skinned black king that walks like an Egyptian.
Thank you all for coming out. Thank all the poets who touched stage here tonight. Bring out my man. Hey, yo, Russ.
I hope you were inspired. Thank you for coming tonight.
We real cool. We left school. We lurk late. We strike straight. We sing sin. We thin gin. We jazz June. We die soon. Gwendolyn Brooks, Deaf Poet. Let's get it going.
I got a story to tell. Ideas kiss similes so deeply.
Deaf Poetry.
Your existence is fractionally status quo. I just got my wings.
And I was searching.
My people's in the house.
Drop the empty pursuit of props.
Pharmaceutical scheme. Somebody's got to hear my story.
Give it up, give it up.
Russell Simmons presents Deaf Poetry. Poetry.
Ladies and gentlemen, your host from the planet of Brooklyn, Mos Def.
What's up? How y'all doing? Welcome to Deaf Poets. What's going on, New York? How y'all? All right, y'all ready to get it going? Okay, let's get it started. Y'all know the deal. You know, all types of different people, different perspectives, different viewpoints, and we gonna rock. We gonna keep it ghetto and do our thing. Our first poet is from St. Louis, Missouri. Please give it up. My man, Cedric the Entertainer.
No doubt. What's up? All right, check this out. You know, I'm not a poet, so I just, you know, try to do my thing. This first piece I'm gonna do, this called, I Die for This. What? What, nigga? I die for this nigga. Shit is deep sometimes. No, I did try to write a piece though, and this is some love for the poets here. So something I wrote, check this out. So I'm inside this coffee house because I want one of those caramel frappuccino things. When I was informed that it's poetry night. Lights dim, candles are burning, African drums beat. I hear that little instrument that goes. I don't know what it's called, but I like it. It's just about that time that I start to think to myself, even pray. Oh, Lord, please don't let this be another cliche. You know, the dreadlock heron, Erykah Badu music soul child, head wrap wearing brother that's, talks like this. And gonna tell me way too much about his childhood or how the white man keeping a brother down. Or use the word molasses in so many forms that I don't even want to put syrup on my damn pancakes. I'm just saying, you see, sometimes for the layman, and in this case I claim to be, spoken word or poetry, as is known in its more pop cultural form, can be just one meteoric metaphor too much. Two dangling participles too long. And just let out too damn deep. But don't sleep. Matter of fact, I want y'all to peep this. Many of these wordsmiths possess amazing superpowers. With just by throwing words at you, they can send you on cerebral vacations and mind excavations. Dig that? causing you to imagine or remember, oh yeah, or become inspired. Which for me always poses the question, which is greater, to speak or to be spoken to? To be the parishioner or the preacher, the pupil or the teacher? I mean, we have to understand that words are often the tools that separate us from the fools. So I say to the spoken word artist, I know many of you may try to hide from spoken word or even fake spoken word. And some might try to deny spoken word or Harlem Boys shape spoken word. But once a word has got you, then you know it, because you respond subconsciously but aloud by simply saying, I heard that. I heard that. Is recognition of comprehension. Now it's up to you what you do with it. So to the spoken word artist, I give you your props, your kudos, and your standing ovation. Because not only are you the hot butter with the toast, but you now have your own jam. Dig that.
Representing New York City, Sarah Jones.
What's up, New York? All right. This piece is dedicated to Gil Scott-Heron, who, okay. Well, he's the man who wrote "The Revolution Will Not Be Televised," and you know how we do in the hip-hop generation, y'all. This is the remix. Your revolution will not happen between these thighs. Your revolution will not happen between these thighs. The real revolution ain't about booty size, the Versaces you buys, or the Lexus you don't drive. And though we have lost Biggie Smalls, baby, your notorious revolution will never allow you to lace no lyrical douche in my bush, okay? Your revolution will not be you killing me softly with Fugees. Your revolution ain't gonna knock me up without no ring or no plans and produce little future MCs, because that revolution will not happen between these thighs. And your revolution will not find me in the backseat of a Jeep with LL, hard as hell, doing it and doing it and doing it well. Your revolution will not be you smacking it up, flipping it, or rubbing it down. Nor will it take you downtown or humping around, because that revolution will not happen between these thighs. And your revolution will not have me singing, ooh, ain't no nigga like the one I got. Your revolution will not be your ass sending me for no VD shot, and your revolution will not involve me feeling your nature rise or helping you fantasize, because that revolution will not happen between these thighs. And no, my Jamaican brother, your revolution will not make you feel bombastic and really fantastic and have you groping in the dark for that rubber wrapped in plastic. And you will not be touching your lips to my triple dip of French vanilla butter pecan chocolate deluxe, or having Akinelli's dream, a 6-foot blowjob machine. Okay, you want to subjugate your queen, think I'm gonna put that in my mouth just because you made a few bucks? Please. And your revolution will not be you dyeing your hair platinum blonde, sing about what we gonna do all night long, because all you can see is the thong, because that revolution will not happen between these thighs. But your revolution makes me wonder, where could we go if we could all drop the empty pursuit of props and the ego and revolt back to our roots, use a little common sense on a quest to make love de la soul. No pretense. But your revolution will not be you flexing your little sex and status to express what you feel. Your revolution will not happen between these thighs, will not happen between these thighs, will not be you shaking and me eventually faking between these thighs. Because, why? Because the revolution, when it finally comes for all of us, it's gonna be real.
New York City, New York. Oh shit.
Let me be honest. If there's anyone in the entertainment industry watching me perform, I want you to keep in mind that regardless how you feel about the content or performance of my work, that if you're casting any films and you need a Korean grocery store owner, a computer expert, or the random thug of a Yakuza gang, that I'm your man. If you need some martial arts-like stuff, or 1-800-COLLECT, The Gap, or Rolaids, I can be believable. If you need a Chinese Jay-Z, a Japanese Eminem, yo, or a Vietnamese NSYNC, please consider me, because I am all those things and more. I come from the house that Stepin Fetchit built, and I will broken English my way to sidekick status if that's what's expected of me. Making Asian different strokes. I'll walk around on my knees going, oh, what you talk about wearing? Because it's been 23 months and 14 days since my art has done anything for me. And I would be noble and toil on. I swear I would. Live for the art and the art alone and all that crap ass. But college loans are monthly up my ass. My salmon teriyaki habit's getting way out of control. And I want some motherfucking cable. So you can understand where I'm coming from. When tight verse exhibiting dynamics within the text falls by the wayside, and our culture rejoices in its pretty packaged boy group talentless jerks sent from Florida to make me puke. But I'm not preaching non cerebral. I cannot stress how ready I am to sell out, wear ticky clothes, and yell from the top of my lungs any hook I am told to sing. If you want a caricature, I am that caricature. If you want an exotic dragon lady like Lucy Liu who fucks like a Kama Sutra come to life, just tell my ass where to be and I will bend over. If you need a voiceover artist, just tell me where you want the hi-yas to go and I will be there.
because I'm all that and more. I'm a pop culture whore. I'm a co-sponsored world tour, and I'm an appropriated culture at my core. I've been noticed, acclaimed, and funny. And now all I want is a beachfront house to paint in and a Range Rover to listen to my music in, because struggling fucking sucks hard after the 9th package of ramen noodle soup. I'm Bosia. Give me a chance, and I'll change the world.
Harlem, New York, Mr. Willie Perdomo.
There's a disco ball spinning starlight on a new boogaloo. Tell Sonia that the bombs are ready to drop, that we got sonetos ready to sing to those flowers that did not survive Operation Green Thumb. Tell Dwight that the renaissance he's been looking for is ready to set up shop, that the dreams are starting to take responsibility for themselves. Tell Maikito that painters are eating piraguas, sitting on milk crates and kicking it with poets because they are bored with keeping it real. Tell Rosa that the Reverend Pedro is on the rooftop handing out passports because the spaceship Casita is about to take off. Oye, mamita, no te apures que como like a Brook Avenue bombazo, we're gonna make you dance. Que un cocotazo limpio, we're gonna make your head rock. So tell Pachanga that si no hablas español, bienvenido. That si no hablas inglés, bienvenido. Porque you see, this shit is a 10 on a scale from 1 to 9. So tell Domingo that we're gonna shoot it up. Mainline, mainland, mainstream, underground until we catch your veins. So take this sound to the grave and tell the whole fucking block that a Bambula building session is about to begin. And it's gonna be like two church boys talking loud on the train, praising the Lord in a Spanglish hip-hop speak. Pero que son? Yo sé que fui the Lord, son. Eso que mira, you know what it is, fam? We keep the Bible real, kid. ¿Tú me entiendes? Pero que he wants me to learn because he told me to bring my notebook, son, to other sermons, son. And I was like, whoa, when the Reverend Pedro was waiting for me with a passport. And he told me that this time, we're going to die knowing how beautiful we really are. One love.
From Atlanta, Georgia, by way of Detroit, Abyss.
They tell me if I can see the shore, then I'm not deep. And if my eyes are open and I still can't see, then I must be asleep. And if I'm monogamous with someone promiscuous, does it benefit me to creep? And if they showing sex on TV, how in the hell radio gonna have bleeps? Because this is for those peeps that think outside of the box, that thinks full circle, that can't define where it starts and stops. Because I skate sideways ace on those that hate and let them marinate in their fate. Wait, it's bad when the culprit looks like me or in the same skin as me, but can't be duplicated by these powers that be. Because this dome can't be cloned. I'm like Mike Jackson. You got to leave me alone. But if you must, don't stop until you get enough. I've changed but stayed the same like P. Diddy. Oops, I mean Puff. Ain't that some stuff? On these microphones, I spit straight sewage with the flow. It's past tense fluids. I got Nike ink pens, so when I write, I just do it. Because this earthly got me fucked up like no tithing, but we paying taxes like the kiss of death lays on the cheeks of these embalmed asses, getting cold shoulders from soldiers that used to help me move boulders. Went through so much shit when I was young, never knew I'd make it to being older. Mom's gone now, and I can't even hold her. Because all I got is memories. Cheers. Toasted over Hennessy's with these fake cats that pretend to be real. Like sexual harassment. I need something that I can feel. Emotions deeper than oceans, constantly drown my sorrows in dank and cognac potions. Mixture. Misery be like a permanent fixture. For that reason, I compose these ghetto scriptures. Because Abyss be the street name equivalent to King James. Urge you all to turn your flickers into flames. Because a wise man told me through death you see life. And could this be the circle of life? 360 degrees evolving? I reminisce on revolving 357 degrees. Who knew 3 degrees was the thin red line? This real life shit, y'all, is just coincidental that it rhymed. Because this life I live ain't for me, it's for you. And God gave me gray skies so yours can be blue. And when it rains, it pours, and when the wind blows, I'm taking the roof, and you can film this shit if you need proof. And if you heard my Hate Me Now piece, consider this part 2. Because most of the cats that's hating on me will take the last from me, but they hate me as blasphemy. And I'm just saying that this has to be some of the illest shit I've ever seen. Fake cats always trying to be down on your team, trying to stick you for your cream. Then when you catch their ass, they're like, damn, dog, what you mean? And I'm like, I'm like pimp, don't play me, my sixth sense is keen. Matter of fact, I'm a hustler, so I'm the background of your scene. I walk slow like Jason, but I blow that ass to smithereens. I bring that funk like Monica with no Listerine. I'm known to blow trees on Peachtree Street while looking for peaches, but also known to take long walks like Jill Scott on hidden beaches. I'm trying to sell out the front rows to the bleachers. 2001 is the year for these spoken word artists, is also known as the not-for-profit peaches. Considered to be a leader, I still pack a heater. I don't give a damn about a three-piece suit. Jeans, Timbs, white beaters, and all you cats running your mouths like cab meters, how the fuck you gonna question me? Am I my brother's keeper? Because this life I live ain't for me, it's for you. And God gave me gray skies so yours can be blue. Peace.
Many have called our next guest godfathers of rap. They were among the few to take poetry from the strata of academia directly to the street corner and right back again. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor and privilege to present Last Poets.
Take your time. Take your time.
At ease.
Take your time.
At ease with the source.
Take your time.
I revel in the silent song of the breeze. The oppression that begins each moment comes to grip with the mind's eye. In the dark green density of the forest, there is a place where all beings, all consciousness, all experience comes together in the flight of the wasps. In the darkness and secrets of mestizo eyes, in the torrid and raging passion of pagan rituals, all cries, all pleas, all justice, all meanings become visible for the divine in you. For the divine in me. Swept up in the anthem of human progress and the rendering of ourselves to mink coats and alligator shoes, hoping and praying we can remember when we learn to become human. In the beginning, our minds are strong, our hearts are big. We keep believing in love and kindness to our friends, to our enemies. But these values, these few nickels and pennies degenerate our sensitivity. Our soul awakens us from a dreadful sleep. She cannot feed us the rocks and pebbles that sprout from the soil. She cannot kiss us with lips protruding with disease and pollution. She cannot hold us with arms burdened by exploitation. But still we see our future in her symbols and images, in the beauty of her tapestries, in the horns and guitars, in the dancing in the street, in the cool breezes kissing the desert sands, and in the romance of street people, and in the romance of street people sincerely pleading, take your time with the dreams, for this is for the people. Take your time with the music, for this is for the people. Take your time with the revolution, for this is for the people. Thank you.
From Santa Monica, California, NQ.
Hey yo, why is it so uncool to smile? Since when did it become hip-hop's taboo? 'Cause I would be smiling all the time if I made even half of the money you do. Frowning like you just caught a face full of sun. How I miss the days when hip-hop was fun. When DJ Quick first burst on the scene. When Boys in the Hood was on the big screen. When Tupac Shakur was a dancer for Humpty. When Nasty Nas 5 mic'd in the monthly. When MC Breed painted the White House black. When Too Short retired and then came back. When Wyclef Jean asked out Mona Lisa, that's the era this poem will feature. I want to go to a show and not have to front. I fist a cuff, but I'd rather you pass the blunt. Let's just chill and enjoy the diversity. Let's get lost in the rhythm's uncertainty. It doesn't make you less hardcore if you shake your ass on the fucking dance floor. But somewhere along this road we made rules, and smiling became the weakness of a fool, and silence and anger became the the norm, and that's when the party began to lose form. I reminisce about the glory that's gone, when happiness wasn't looked down upon, when EPMD crossed over with the crossover, when Tim Hardaway still at his crossover. I used to go to the store and buy classics. Now I go to the store and shit's plastic. I can't call it, I'm fiending for skill, cause y'all might be dope, but I don't see your will. All I see is suckers pretending they're ill, snapping photographs with a barbecued grill. Well, I can't relate to this lack of humanity. Music's as vulnerable as insanity. I remember when Fife was a sidekick, when gangster rap was still on the rise, kid, when De La Soul was reincarnated, when Freestyle Fellowship first circulated, when Run DMC wore Adidas sneakers. That's the era this poem will feature, from 86 to 9 to 5, when hip-hop was just too thick to describe. I strive to become it in every way, so I practiced religiously every day. On the bus ride home, folks thought I was schizo. In 8th grade, I wore more rayon than Cisco. Housing was in, and Mr. Dabalina could have caught a misdemeanor if he faked on his friend. See, we would rap until we were bored, with no cash advance or Grammy Award. My boys' club trophies cluttered my shelf. We'd no other reason but reason itself. So why is it so uncool to smile? Since when did it become hip-hop's taboo? Cause I would be smiling all the time if I made even half of the money you do. Frowning like you just caught a face full of sun. How I miss the days when hip-hop was fun. How I miss the days when hip-hop was fun. How I miss the days when hip-hop was one.
From Chicago, Jay Ivy.
I need to write. I need to sit my black narrow ass down and write. Yeah, the hustle got me hustling, but I'm muscling myself out of time for me. Well, what about me, I ask? What about the stories that I need to tell? I need to write, because can't nobody do it for me. Can't nobody document my inspirations the way I can. Can't nobody compliment my aspirations the way I can. Only I can, only I can, only I can, so I need to write. I need to gather up some words and write. I need to gather some thoughts and write. I need to write because I'm tired of the same old pieces. I know y'all tired of hearing the same old pieces because the same old pieces got the same old problems, but I got new problems, more problems, problems that change, problems that rearrange. This homeless cat asked me for some money but got mad at me because I ain't got no spare change. I need to write. Me and my girl been arguing. I need to write. My boy told me that I need to take it to the next level, so I need to write. My pops died and it's hard dealing with it. I need to write. I know y'all can't wait for the book. I need to write. I need to write. I need to write. They done stole my hoopty. I need to write. The cop said I fit the description. I need to write. Wait, hold on. You mean to tell me that my wallet look like a gun? I need to write. My little brother got mugged by some grown thug. I need to write. You talking about being behind my back? I need to write. I ain't got it no more. I need to write. My ex tried to fuck my boy. I need to write. The weatherman acting awfully funny. I need to write. It's time to take Jesus off that cross. I need to write. Cops killing brothers. Cops killing sisters. Free Mamiya. I need to write. Wait. You gonna kick off World War III and possibly draft me? I need to write. Also, I'm gay because I don't want to fuck you? I need to write. They was taking good care of that little Cuban boy. What about the shorties in the projects? I need to write. You saying I'm bogus because I didn't come to your event because I was tired? I need to write. I distinctly remember asking for 6 wings of mild sauce. Why does it only have 4? I need to write. I think about writing in third person because the first is hurting. Life is a job and the verse is working. My soul's rehearsing for when the Lord pulls the curtain. Words are words, so maybe it's your actions is doing the cursing. I need to write. Just yesterday, it was illegal for me to write. Where my pen at? I need to write.
Y'all good? Y'all all right? You know, a lot of times people step up on this stage, people that you know, some people that you may never have heard of, and they'll say things that you may have been thinking and didn't know how to express, or didn't know how to articulate. And I think that's the beauty in it, you know what I'm saying? That all of us can come here together and hear some of our own ideas in our head coming out of somebody else's mouth. Sounding fly. You know what I mean? That's big. It's real big. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give it up to this man to help making all of this possible, to having a vision.
I hope that all of you are inspired. Thank you for coming. Good night.
The hand that signed the treaty bred a fever, and famine grew and locusts came. Great is the hand that holds dominion over man by a scribbled name. Dylan Thomas, deaf poet. Let's get it going.
I got a story to tell. Ideas kiss similes so deeply.
Deaf poetry.
Your existence is fractionally status quo. I just got my wings.
And I was searching.
My people's in the house.
Drop the empty pursuit of props.
Pharmaceutical scheme. Somebody's got to hear my story.
Give it up, give it up.
Russell Simmons presents Deaf Poetry. Poetry.
Ladies and gentlemen, your host from the planet of Brooklyn, Mos Def.
What up, New York? Shout out to the Lower East Side, no doubt. Shout out to all the New York, tri-state area, West Coast, East Coast, wherever. We're gonna get into it. Tonight's theme is fire. Fire can either warm you, it could burn you, it could light a path, it could destroy a path. The writers here tonight all have that element of fire somewhere in their work. Some of these poems may be the spark that inspires you. Some of them may be the fire that makes you blaze a trail up out of this building. Whatever they be, they all promise to be hot and deaf, because this is Deaf Poets. All right? Therefore, we're going to get it going. Let's set it off from New York City by way of Chicago. New York City, please give a Deaf Poets welcome to Maida Del Valle.
What's up, New York? It's nice that you can claim your clan to purebred pedigree descendancy, but middle passages mark the makeup of my amalgamated Afro-Boricua ancestry. I know it's kind of hard to see the motherland legitimacy in me, but I can't deny the fact that Yoruba songs lay in the lines of my mother's palms as she puts her hands up, offering up psalms, seeking the calm offered by God's son, cause when the day is done, the color of my skin still marks me as an alien in the country of my birth. I can't check myself into a box. I be ignoring mommy straight and poppy's nappy locks in me, the Chi-Town, Midwest, windy city in me, the bebop, hip-hop, non-stop, salsa con sabor, queen of soul in me, the growing up next door to Mexicanos with orale cabrones, tacos and tamales in me, the B-girl days while spitting flames and painting trains in me, the taína con dolor in me, the Marvin Gaye and sweetened lemonade on sunny days in me, the descendancy that doesn't deny the darker shades of skin in me, the what in me? Yes. What you claim, you can't see, so descendancy, descend from your so-called position of privilege and see me for what I be, cause I be a Rican, a Chi-Town, not a New Eurekan, a Chi-Town Southside, Rican simply seeking to see if I can fit in. I dare you to sit still in your chair and intellectualize what I can only make sense of by feeling. I see you're being blind, not seeing past the kinds of fabricated fictional fables, assaulted ancestral accounts. I should be calling your historical scribes ASAP, the way they stop the truth from being illuminated. Misinformation information being fed to my generation. Our youth are tired of being intimidated through tactics that are trying to force my assimilation, causing me to question my creation. You must have mistaken me for Hansel and Gretel, thinking I'd jump into the melting pot, always trying to place me in constant categorizations of populations. You're calling this shit civilization? My so-called pre-Columbian, savage, unenlightened ancestors had more humanity than your Microsoft Macintosh technology monopoly information highway riding barebacks on the backs of underpaid third world women and children. 85 cents a day for making $100 Nikes, nuclear bomb dropping, immigrants stopping death by lethal electrocution, injecting lies of let me get my piece of the American apple pie dream into our children's mind society. Let me order your new worlds and paint the White House brown, cause I'm going down, yes, I'm going down to the earth, searching my roots like Haley's, and I'm writing comments back to the past that becomes my future, that is my present, that is my now. I'm going back seeking my descendancy.
Representing Muskegon, Michigan, ladies and gentlemen, poetry.
My money's been acting funny lately. And I don't mean ha-ha funny. No, I'm talking strange, weird, different type funny. This time, money's going all out. Leaving me, showing up, then leaving as quickly as she came. Ignoring me, treat me like a poor man. What'd I do, boo? All I ever did was love you. Maybe too much, because now it's like we ain't cool no more. We used to be road dogs, inseparable. But lately my money's been acting funny and I haven't seen money in months. I got more than a hunch she's playing me, trying to make me jealous, hanging out with other fellas, always in some other brother's pocket. I try and tell her, man, those other guys are just using her. They just using you, money. She don't want to hear me. She don't want to hear me. She don't even return my phone calls. She don't stop by the crib like she used to. She won't go to movies with me. She won't even go get nothing to eat. And you know a brother can't eat without money. Don't you know I miss you? I want you. Okay, I need you to survive. My life revolves around you. I can't replace your money. Believe me, I've tried. There's only so much bread and water I can take. Call me spoiled, but I remember the days when people used to see us at the hottest clubs, the expensive restaurants, all the high-priced stores. I made sure I looked good with money. I treated you right. I never abused you. Did I? Did I abuse you, money? Did I get used to you hanging around and now you giving me a taste of what it feels like to live without you? People still think we're tight. I mean, they still ask about you. I don't like them all in my business, so I just reply, you know, money and I aren't as close as we used to be. My money's been acting funny lately. I can't even call out a name when I'm shooting ball. Oh, I saw her the other day in Beverly Hills. She didn't even acknowledge me. She looked at me like, how you get in Beverly Hills? Like I don't belong. Ever since money hasn't been around, I feel like I'm losing my other friends too. American Express, Visa, Discover, now they starting to act shady. I think she's spreading lies on me. I tell you, I don't know what I did, but my money's been acting real funny lately. And I don't know her anymore. And my life ain't the same. Never will be the same until money comes back into my life. So if you see her, or any of her cousins, because she got a whole bunch of family running around, let her know that I miss her, that I love her, and I want her to come home.
From Motown, Detroit, Jessica Care Moore.
This poem is called Warriors Walk Alone, and I originally wrote it for Erykah Badu, and I'm going to give it to all women who use their words as their weapon in their survival, and, you know, just all the sisters in the audience, we just deserve this shit. Here we go. Warriors walk alone, but stay protected by their pack. Give them everything they wanted, then take it all back. Make them find their icon in the mirror, sprout their own fear, and watch them grow. Tell their story, cry when you do it. Turn your blood to funkadelic polka dot, sign your name in red. Change the I to Y because we have to change. Because black girls are dying. Because no one showed us how to live. Mama fish, the children will revolt. Whispers and reports of oil spills will kill the women who make revolution food for their children. A penny bank full of butterflies will never cocoon into enough cash to pay for the expectations of spectators, gypsy haters. Watch your colorful wings in the well. Wash your colorful wings in the well. Know that all your wishes add to our spicy bitches brew. We are who was sent to you, so who sent you? When the shit goes down, will you remember which way the bluebird flew? I advise you carry your compass and your scissors next time you go fishing for the worst part of good. I hope your ideas of consciousness can get you out this hood in one piece. We wolves always come in peace. We are the traveling leaf that cries for trees. Music angels, stretch your warrior marks. Mark your warrior path. Stretch marks, tattoo your tempo. Swallow your dimples. Hide your style. Market your spirit. Sell something. Call it off. Save them. Sacrifice. Drink water. Laugh and breathe. Pray. Cross your legs. Get your gun. Wage the war. Make them buy it. Rock it out. Make them beg. Put the hits on the B-side. Smile, warrior. Listen for your tribe. Here we go. Check your footprints. Pick them up. Shoot them down. Take the A-train. Bite your story. Save your tongue. Just get there. Leave a few of us behind. Leave a few of us behind. Chant backward rhymes. Store your milk for ammunition. Use your intuition. Shave your hair. Wish them luck. Tell the witch hunters we don't give a fuck. Scar your face. Pierce your nose. Unwrap the package. Define the present. Tell them nah just when they think they have it. Meditate while they criticize it. Burn sage for the liars who print it. Turn down the stove. Only boil with natural fire. Burn down their house. Burn down their house. Watch the words. No. Write a new song. Save the ink. Write a new song. Lead them to the mermaids. Carry your pepper spray. Wear your hooker boots. Tease them. Make them prove their identity. Brand it to their bodies. Force them to pin a star to their clothes. Convert the masses. Design the logo. Create a real revolution when no one's looking so they will never see us coming.
There's not enough I can say about this cat, so I'm gonna just introduce him. Ladies and gentlemen, from Chocolate City, Washington, D.C., give it up for my man, my brother, Dave Chappelle.
Thank you. Thank you all. I'm having an artistic dilemma. I have two poems. One poem is older, and one poem I just wrote backstage. Which one would you like to hear? Wait! How many for the old one? How many for the new one? All right, so remember, if it sucks, you ask for it. One night at 3 a.m., I went to the corner store. I forgot why. Oh, that's right, I wanted a bite. I had the munchies because I was high. The store is owned by Mr. Fong, and every day he sees me, he does me wrong. He's Korean. Now, I'd never say I hate all Korean people. I haven't met all Korean people. That hate talks for savages. But even though I don't generalize, I do percentages and averages. So far, I hate 1 out of 5 Korean people I've met so far. So I come in the store. Hello, Mr. Fong, I say, and he just scowls at me and growls at me. Buy something. Hurry up. Now look, I'm not stealing in the least, but if you're shopping and you know someone's watching you shop, that shit'll make you look like a thief. Mr. Fong said, hey, I been watching you since you came in the door. Buy something now or get out of my store. Now, I couldn't take it anymore. Hey, I said, raising my hand, get your fingers out of my face, Chinaman. Mr. Fong said, hey, what make you think I'm Chinese? You must not know what you're saying. You made a mistake, Brackman. Mr. Fong is Korean. Now, I was wrong. I said, Mr. Fong, I'm sorry to offend by mistaking your race. But you gotta admit, if it was a Chinese look-alike contest, your ass would place. You're a dead ringer for a Chinese. But don't be mad at me. I didn't mean to offend you in the least. You know, some people say all black people look alike. We call those people police. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. The next guest, you can call him many things. He's been called a poet, an essayist, a playwright, a novelist, an activist, and you can call him all those things and you'd be absolutely correct. But that's just scratching the tip of the iceberg. It's over 13 published volumes of poems, 20 plays, 3 jazz operas, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, legendary Amiri Baraka.
This is an excerpt from a poem called Why Is We Americans? But reality is an excerpt on television. Why is we Americans? Why is we Americans? Boodee-da, 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 boodoo-doo. Big dee 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 boo dee boo dee boo boo boo. What I want is me, for real. I want me and myself, and what that is what I be and what I see and feel, and who is me and the what it is and who it is, and when it me is what it be. I'm gonna be here if I want, like I said, self-determination. But I ain't come from a foolish tribe. We wants the mule, the land. You can make it 300 years of blue chip stock in the entire operation. We want to be paid in a central bank, the average worker farmer wage for all those years we gave it free. Plus we want damages for all the killings and the fraud, the lynchings, the missing justice, the lies and frame-ups, unwarranted jailings, the tar and featherings, the character and race assassinations, historical slander, ugly caricatures. For every Sambo, step and fetch it flick, we want to be paid. For every hurtful thing you did or said, for all the land you took, for all the rapes, all the Rosewoods and Black Wall Street you destroyed, all the miseducation, jobs lost, segregated shacks we lived in, the disease that ate and killed us, for all the mad police that drilled us, for all the music and dances you stole, the styles, the language, the hip clothes you copped, the careers you stopped. All these are suits, specific litigation as represent we, be like we, for reparations for damages paid to the Afro-American nation. Boodee-da, boodee-da, boodee-da. We want education for all of us and anyone else in the black belt hurt by slavery, for all the native peoples, even them poor white people you show all the time is funny, all them Abners and Daisy Mays, them Beverly Hillbillies who never got to know Beverly Hills, who never got to Harvard on their grandfather's wills. We want reparations for them, right on, for the Mexicans whose land you stole, for all of North Mexico, you call it Texas, Arizona, California, New Mexico, Colorado, all that, all that, all that, all that, be-dee-da, doo-doo. Ba 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 doo doo. All that you got to give up. Autonomy and reparations to the Chicanos and the Native Americans whose soul you ripped out with their land. Give self-determination, regional autonomy. That's what Maui is asking, and they're going to do the same when they demand it like us again in their own exploited name. Yeah, the education, that's right. 200 years. We want a central stash, a central bank with democratically elected trustees and a board elected by us all to map out from the referendum we set up what we want to spend it on to build that Malcolm sense self-determination as self-reliance and self-respect and self-defense, the will of what the good Dr. Du Bois beat on. True self-consciousness, simply the psychology of freedom. Boudida, boudida, bidida, boudida, that ba ba ba, boudi boudi boo boo boo. Then we can talk about being American. Then we can listen. Then we can listen without the undercurrent of desire to first set your ass on fire. We will only talk of voluntary unity, of autonomy as vective arms of self-determination if there is democracy in you. That is where it will be shown. This is the only way we as Americans, this is the only truth that can be told. Otherwise, there is no future between us but war, and we as rather lovers and singers and dancers and poets and drummers and actors and runners and elegant heartbeats of the sun's flame. But we is also at the end of our silence and sit down. We is at the end of being under your ignorant smell, your intentional hell. Either give us our lives or plan to forfeit your own.
The Lower East Side, Lisa Jesse Peterson.
I used to be an ice cream fiend. You see, it all started when I had a large scoop of Rainforest Crunch with extra walnuts. Would you like a cup or a cone, miss? A cup or a cone? A cup or a cone? A cup or a cone? And I was in a zone where I had to make a wise choice between a cup or a cone. You see, it's more fun with a cone because I lick the tip, and then I crunch and munch the cone, and then I lick the tip again, and I crunch and munch the cone until there's only one sip in the bottom tip of the cone, and I pop it in my mouth and grin because I like that game. But the last time I had a cone in public, men associated my lick to their dick and said mean things and made the milk curdle in my gut, so I stopped ordering cones a long time ago. Fuck it, I had it in a cup. So I got my large cup of Rainforest Crunch with extra walnuts, and I'm doing my large cup of Rainforest Crunch with extra walnuts dance. You know, hey, ho, hey, ho, hey, 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 Slim, Slim, Slim. Yeah, you. I'd like to stick my dick in that cup. What? What? The rage welled up. The milk curdled in my cup as he grabbed his nuts, making the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. I realized I was facing a degenerate beast from hell who was sent on a kamikaze mission to ruin my day, curdle my cream, and make me have to draw. So I drew my blade, and it cut the roof of my mouth as it somersaulted out. Your mother should have aborted you after conception, and thank God for abortion, because seeds like you don't deserve to be nurtured in the womb, but belong in the belly of a surgical Hoover, and saved and preserved for an 8th grade frog dissecting class, and thrown, I don't know, like a food fight, thrown up in the corner of the chalkboard, rotting and crustified for days, till you flake to the floor, and a janitor comes in, sweeps you up and away forever. Fuck you, punk, and fuck a cone, and now because of you, fuck a cup. Matter of fact, motherfuck Ben and faggot ass Jerry. I retreated back to headquarters, breathless from surviving yet another day of battling the slings and arrows of outrageous motherfuckers in the street. And temples throbbing till I spotted a Baskin-Robbins, and I stopped to contemplate a milkshake in a paper bag. When all I really wanted all I really wanted was an ice cream cone. Y'all been great. Thank you.
From Chicago, Kevin Koval.
This is for my family. Family Feud. My mother asked if I've done anything patriotic these last days of white men pointing crooked fingers back at their own conscience. A flag, a ribbon, blood. Nothing have I done different except watch TV. My father screams fist through my face when I mention this new war aids right-wing rhetoric, and maybe the government is involved in ways known secret books from now. Six-Day War in 1967, he mentions later. Arab world poised to push Israel into the Dead Sea, and you were too young to remember, and you only point out the negative, and you don't see progress this country has made. My mother's voice rises like defense shields when I ask if she wants my daughter to be murdered by bombs built in the bombardment of self-delusion. Aren't the bodies and memories buried beneath rubble and war declarations innocent? New York is Afghanistan. I tell her in language I haven't found yet. My grandfather, dead 3 years, returns. Between nihilism and clarity, says Ike and MacArthur are patriots. Why don't you leave this country if you won't lay truth down for it? Arab, mother, lover, you pacifist, goddamn humanitarian. 30 years earlier, my Uncle Stephen took manuscripts to Manhattan to move office mail and furniture rather than continue scraping his knuckles against his father's nearsightedness. My family says I remind them of him every time I open my mouth and dream. But I am staying here, listening to my father speak the John Wayne brutality of white colonialism. Here, in front of my aunt's television set, glued to learn her stories before her heart sleeps silent. Here, in the smoke clouds of ignorance, in the dialectic divide between kin. Here, between the shores of death, trying to speak with my family. My mother is in Arizona. My mother is in Afghanistan. My mother is in Iraq. My mother is in Palestine. I love my mother. Though at times we don't find language to share, I defend her right to exist.
I don't know about y'all, but I certainly feel like this night has changed some things. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank all of the poets that touched stage here tonight. Please give it up for them. And of course, to my man Russell Simmons, who made it all possible. Say a few words, Russ.
Hope you're inspired. God bless you. Good night.